So I haven't done a video for a while. I've been waiting for a part. It's winter and weather's been nice actually. Best winter in years. But I haven't been out riding, and my registration expires in a couple of weeks. And I was hoping to get a ride in this weekend. I've done other stuff. In any case, a part arrived that I've been trying to get for about 5 years. So I'm just going to have a look at that, and part of that is pulling off my foot pegs. What it is a new foot peg. So, story with my foot pegs. The original ones on my bike here were original foot pegs, but in my opinion, just from what I've learned about these bikes over the years, in my opinion, the original peg here, see how it's chromed? It looks nice. It's a nice looking peg, but I didn't know at the time that this is not what they look like. And so eventually I figured it out, and I got some replacements here, these ones. I couldn't find any originals. One of the big problems is that a lot of the shops don't seem to understand the difference between the left and the right on this series. Where the one side, they're not the same. One's got a longer piece there. The second part of the shaft here is longer than the other side. And so when you go and find these online, they're often sold as a pair when they're the same, and that's not how you want them. You need to get them different. And that was a problem. And that's even with the replica ones. But I did find one place that sold them separately. And through the tiny little thumbnails on the site, I could just make out that they were the differences that I wanted. And they looked good. They're from that huge place in Germany, very expensive place that does quite a few parts, interesting parts, but their catalog is so tiny and old-fashioned. Missing something, and so that place had these, and I bought these, and I was very happy with them. They look good. Thing is, they're aluminum, and so they aren't. Oops. So they look the part. They look very nice, in fact. But they're very lightweight. Very lightweight. Let me just get a greasy rag. And so these are the ones I have. They're very nice. They didn't even have this indent there to hold them down like that. They just closed, so I drilled that in there on each one so that it works properly. And these are very nice, but I never really stood on them. You know, they just feel a bit weak. Yeah, they just feel a bit weak. But they look great. So I wanted that, but as originals. Because everything on my bike is meant to be original, either new old stock or as near as possible. And then if I can't get that, I'll go for something like this. And so that's what I've had on there for 6 years now. It's been very nice. But I also eventually purchased this one here, I think it was. This is the other side. So the first one I purchased was this one here. And it was only one, but I could tell it was the one. And it was just the one with the long bit there. So I had one. And eventually, 5 years later, I found the other one on eBay. Came up as a single item, and it's the other side. I'll show you that here. That's this one. There we go. So now I've got a matching set, correct length, and the correct bits on this side. They have the hole. So I'm very, very happy with that. And they are heavy as, you know, these are solid. Really good. So I'm going to be cleaning those up and I'll put them on the bike. In the meantime, I want to explain something else that I've figured out about this. I noticed it had a funny angle here on this top bit. So even though to me it looked like it was actually one of these, I've got the exact one, I think it is. That would be this one. It's this peg. It's that peg, but it's chromed. But not only that, it's got this funny look at the top here, up here. It's got this sharp edge and that chamfered off like that. Whereas these are sort of like that, but not quite. So knowing what these bikes go through, I'm now predicting that the owner fell over, scuffed it, scraped it, it would have folded up out of the way probably, but scuffed this top end quite badly. And so what he's done is he's taken it somewhere and thought, well, let's just turn that off in a lathe or in a press, or a drill press or something. He's just taken that off to get rid of the deep scratches, and then took it to a plater, and the plater went, no, we can't make it like that, but we could chrome plate it. And so he's chrome plated it. And the chrome plating, it's sort of gone in wherever it's exposed. You can tell it's been plated as a unit, not as pieces and then assembled. I mean, everything, the rivet there, it's all chrome plated where it's exposed. And so, in my opinion, that's what's happened. He's tidied it up and then chrome plated it. Because a lot of parts were chrome plated. A lot of the linkage here on both sides was all chrome plated as a unit. So the nuts and even the banjos on the other side were plated. It's quite odd looking. It looked quite cool, but didn't look technically correct and was just a bit weird. So I've been replacing all these with real parts that are not, where only the correct part is chrome plated. The bit there, not all the other parts. And same here. So I finally got this pair. Well, let me show you what I got. This is what I got. As I say, my first one. Put that away. And then I got this one 5 or 6 years ago, 5 years ago. That's good. And then I got these from Brook. And this is a nice NOS one. Nicely made, this one. It's really quite beautiful, that one. And it's from a later bike with this finish. And that's very nice. But I haven't got the exact other side. I've got this, which is close but no prize. It's also very nice, but it's scuffier. Different mark, different finish there. And it hasn't got a hole in the end as well. So that's a different one again. So I put those aside. And then I also saw this one locally happen to... So then the one that I bought actually came up on eBay. It was very expensive, but I got it in the end. Decided to buy it because there we go. 5 years I've got it. And it matches perfectly. But I also found this one here locally for quite a bit less. And I thought I'd just grab that, even though I had determined that it's a different size. Now, interestingly enough, these all come in different lengths. Not just this bit here at the end, but the actual peg part here from end to end is different. And this person who sold this pointed that out, and I didn't know that. He said some of them were shorter, and so I had him measure it. We checked it out, and yes, it's shorter by just under a centimeter, like 8 or 9 millimeters shorter. My original one here is that. It's short like that. It's also slightly shorter. Again, I don't know if these were original on the bike from new. Maybe, maybe not. These bikes are crashed non-stop. They're always falling over because of that steering angle probably. And so I picked that one up anyway, just to hold on to, keep it in my collection. And that's the story there. So I'm now back to my 2 correct lengths, correct design, everything, correct end bits here. and matching in finish pretty much. I'm going to brush them up with a brass and a steel brush and get them all cleaned. I'll probably put them on my polisher just for these parts here, just a quick one, just so that they get the exact same finish, because this one's shinier than that, slightly. And the other thing I got here was, these are some NOS Ducati sleeves that you put on the on these. A bit of a shove to get on there, and again that's for the later ones like this, for these ones. So I'll keep those just for fun. I don't think they go on my bike though. Now the new ones are, that's a short, that's old, new. Here are the new ones. All I want to do here is get them looking about the same and clean up these things. I actually started on this one last night. This one. And looking pretty good already. What I just do is take a brass brush and where's a good steel? This one's pretty crappy by now. I've got a fresh one of those. Okay. If you end up with tar and crap inside these, this cleans it out real well. As I say, I already did this one last night. I came down in the middle of the night and started brushing away. Oh, I also took a tiny amount off there just to get it dead straight. Because when you get them new, if they're NOS, they're often completely NOS one will be like that. You see? Ready for you to take a piece off and just get it straight. Got it dead straight. I'm going to put them on the polisher. Just do these smooth parts, smooth them out. There we go. Very happy with that. It's interesting, they have this, they both have this little belt around there. That was one of the reasons I could see that in the photos, and I thought this is pretty much a matched pair. I think it's where the thing that does this knurling got out of sync with itself. Maybe they have a piece that wide. And they had to start again for that last little bit. Who knows? I don't. So, just going to go on the polisher. Okay. So, and the best part of cleaning with the polisher is to clean it all up after. So it cleans up a lot better than that. Thought I bought a fresh one of those. Oh well, here we go. That's how it goes. So I was just cleaning this up with brake clean. I'm very happy with how that's coming up. Looks like new, as everything does on my bike. Okay. So that's what it did look like. It basically looked the same as that one. And it's good. Very happy with that. Very good. And so the other one, which I've polished, you see, it's a fine difference, but you see, when you've just polished them, it's still full of black stuff from the wheel, just everywhere. Every little tiny pore is full of black stuff. And so you've got to clean that out. And as for lubing that, I think I will just oil it a bit. I think that's what I'll do. I'll use oil. There's the two beautiful, now matching ones. It's the previous one. Nice. And the one I'm replacing, it just looks so different. It looks completely wrong now. Although it looked good when I got the bike. But as you know, when you have the bikes for a while, you start to figure it all out. Oil, I think I'll oil these. Just give it a bit of 30 weight in there and then rub it off. Just in you go. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Do your stuff. Just let that sit. These will get treated with the silicone spray is what I'll use on them, just for all this part down there. Good, very nice. So I'm very happy with receiving this peg. My bike is just going through the last few fix-ups that I listed all those years ago. This was one of them. I'm using this stuff. I like the Valplex Extreme Protection grease for wheel bearings, disc, drum brakes, chassis, suspensions, universal joints. That's nice. So this side is going to be this one. Gosh, already the new one looks better than the aluminium one. Yes, it does too. I know that. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a wipe. That's fine. I did them vertical. I had once discussed with myself whether one should actually tilt them back so that if you did fall, right, they would actually go straight back like that. I considered that. But if I fall, well, this isn't the... the foot peg's the last thing I'll be worried about. They've got a bit of a springy and they can hit that. We'll think about that. We shall think about that. But there we go. Quite happy with that. It's tighter here, this part here on these. So this sits slightly less slack on the shaft there, which is good. Guess it's original, that's probably why. So, and the other one is replacing this one. There's the aluminium one, and there's the other. I might put these on eBay, we'll see. These were nice, I really liked them, but as I was saying, they're not the real thing. So, out they go. Ugh. Yeah. Well, that got lubed up. Okay, I'm very happy with that. All right, that's the job for today. And as I say, that was quite expensive, that last one. So I'm going to be putting, I've got lots of parts to put on eBay. Lots of parts. So I'll probably put these on. I'll put those on as a set, I think. Those are very nice. They actually cost quite a bit. Unmissy or something is the site. I'll go look them up. Those are good. Those can be sold as a set. These ones as individuals. I'll put these up at some point. No point putting that up. This one, I thought I'd hold on to that just in case I got another one for the other side the same as that, which is the shorter one. Just to have as a spare pair, right? I'd have another matching pair, which would be nice to have. I keep buying parts that are nice to have. Money would be nice to have, but there we go. All right, we'll leave that. Bye-bye.